Welcome to today's Explainer. Right off the bat, we're going to completely strip away everything you think you know about one of the most feared creatures on the planet. We're stepping directly into their world to explore an absolutely magnificent, hand-drawn documentary journey based on the source material, The Painted Blue. So I want you to drop all your preconceptions for a second, close your eyes, and just imagine the freezing, dark silence of the ocean. Picture those deep, misty navy tones of a totally wild, untamed wilderness. We aren't just observing an ecosystem today. Through the incredible material we're unpacking, you are actually going to experience what it literally takes to survive in it.
Okay, let's just dive right in. The harsh reality is, you are born into the cold, dark silence. There is no mother to protect you. There is only the water and your raw instinct to survive. Think about that for a second. You start as a tiny, vulnerable pup in the vast open ocean, instantly isolated. You've got zero maternal guidance, no safety net whatsoever. From your very first breath, you're plunged into an environment completely ruled by fear and uncertainty. You're surrounded by massive, shadowy predators in the deep blue, and your only real companion is a gnawing hunger pushing you forward into the terrifying unknown.
And the sheer scale of the perilous journey ahead of you? Well, it's pretty staggering. You start on day one as a vulnerable pup. Just making it to year one means surviving an absolutely brutal gauntlet of predators and harsh conditions. But if you manage to learn those tough ocean lessons, by year 15 you actually hit your prime as a true apex predator. And then, for the incredibly rare few with unmatched resilience, you might just make it to year 30, becoming a scarred elder of the sea, carrying the heavy physical toll of a lifetime of survival.
Chapter 1. The Awakening. Learning the Ocean Rules. So how do you even survive those perilous early days? Well, you have to develop a vital sixth sense called electroreception. Now, in an ocean where sunlight barely even scratches the deep, vision just isn't going to cut it. Instead, you develop this biological radar. It literally allows you to sense faint electromagnetic vibrations, like the tiny, frantic heartbeats of fish hiding out in the murky water. You can actually feel the unseen movement of life all around you. It's just a breathtaking evolutionary tool that slowly transforms you from a blind wanderer into a highly attuned tracker.
Chapter 2. The Gauntlet. Surviving Endless Danger.
As you grow into your youth, the reality of the ocean hits you hard. You are facing a relentless gauntlet of threats, where literally one mistake means death. I mean, you aren't just dodging larger natural predators like orcas, you've got to navigate the invisible, deadly traps of human commercial fishing nets. You're dealing with intoxicating ocean pollution, fighting through brutal, disorienting seasonal storms, and on top of all that, you're battling the constant, draining exhaustion from hunts that just end in failure. The struggle is incredibly raw.
Now, to make it through that gauntlet, an unbelievable transformation has to happen. You literally must shed the instincts of a reactive, fearful pup who's constantly hiding in the shadows. Out of pure necessity and sheer willpower, you forge yourself into the apex predator, calculated, intensely patient, and an absolute master of the ambush. It's a complete night-and-day shift.
Chapter 3. The Apex. Adulthood and Responsibilities.
Okay, so you've finally earned your place at the very top of the food web, right? And this mastery builds into the perfect stealth hunt, a true masterpiece of biology. Let's walk through it. Step 1. You glide silently in the deep, tracking vibrations from below using your electroreception. Step 2. You look up, locking onto your prey's silhouette framed perfectly against the sunlight. Step 3. You surge upward with terrifying, explosive speed. And Step 4. You breach the surface in a massive, powerful ambush. It is a stunning display of power and precision. But, as we look at this unbelievable power, we really need to pause and reframe our perspective a bit. Because survival is not cruelty. Hunting seals, evading orcas, navigating around human boats, none of these are acts of malice. They are simply the impartial, everyday realities of the food web. It's purely the instinctual mechanics of surviving in the endless ocean. When you really think about it, this journey demands our empathy, not our fear. You aren't a monster. You're simply a wild animal trying to survive the wilderness.
Chapter 4. The Crucible. Major life events.
Even at the top, your life is still punctuated by near-death experiences, survival victories, and painful losses. Because at the end of the day, despite your massive size and undeniable strength, you are driven by just one relentless goal every single time you wake up in the deep blue. Just one, to simply survive the day. Every solitary moment you exist out there in that massive expanse, your entire biological purpose is funneled entirely into that single number. Chapter 5. The Fade. The Final Ocean Journey.
Now, as the decades pass, that explosive energy of your youth gradually begins to wane. We're observing your final days here, where the scars of 1,000 hunts weigh heavily on your massive frame. Your movements are noticeably slower now. Those sharp, lightning-fast instincts from your prime are softening into the quiet memory of a long, resilient life. You're just gliding through the mysterious deep sea, surrounded by those familiar soft blues and muted grays, experiencing a deeply realistic and natural ending to your time in the wilderness.
So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. After a lifetime of relentless survival, of brutal struggle, and undeniable majesty, how will the vast, unforgiving ocean remember you? It's a journey of profound resilience, one that I think completely shifts how we understand these incredible creatures. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.